Good morning, class 9 students. I welcome you all on this online platform provided by Jagrati Classes. Today we are going to complete this chapter, that is we are doing chapter 11th of class 9th, work and energy. So we'll be completing this chapter because only one topic is being left, which is power. So we'll be doing the last topic, power. It is a really simple concept. Previously we have completed with the topics work, and then you had a sort of lengthy topic which was energy. So we have done both the topics work and energy, and now we are going to start with the topic of power. So firstly you should know the definitions as we do, that is what do you mean by the word power. And then we'll be discussing some units and formulas related to power, okay? So by definition, we can say that power can be defined as, or power is defined as, the rate of doing work. And in fact, in your books, you have the heading of power to be rate of doing work. So rate of doing work is called power here. And now talking about the next, from the definition itself, I have told you many times in the previous video lectures, wherever the word rate comes, then this word rate means you have to divide the quantity with time taken t, okay? Wherever you have the word rate, it means you have to divide it by time. And which rate of what? Rate of work is called power. So the formula for power here would be, power would be work divided by time, because power is rate of doing work. So we are dividing work with time to get power. So this is the basic formula for power. Now talking about the units of power. So now we are first dealing with the SI unit of power. So SI unit of power here would be, the unit of work is what? The unit of this is work done upon time taken, okay? And here you can say W by T. W means work, T means time taken. Now SI unit of power, so I told you many times how you can take out the SI unit from the formula. SI unit of work is what? Remember, what was the SI unit of work? The SI unit of work is joule. And for time, we have the SI unit to be second. So the unit of power would be joule per second. Okay. This is the SI unit of power. And joule per second is also known as watt. So we know the unit of joule per second. We call this unit to be watt. So watt is the SI unit of power, because this power, it was discovered firstly by James Watt, and in the honor of the discoverer, its unit is regarded, or it's represented as watt, and the symbol for watt is capital W. Okay, so what is the SI unit? So I told you the basic formula for power and the SI unit for power. I hope it is clear. It is very simple topic. Now what we'll be dealing with is, we'll be dealing with the other formulas of power which you would require whenever you will solve numericals. We'll also see the numerical questions related to power, and then I'll be telling you other formulas and other units of power. So let's continue with that. Now we'll deal with some other formulas related to power. So the first formula which you have, which we have already discussed, power is what? Work upon time. And you know that I told you earlier, we have discussed a lot that work and energy are equivalent parameters. That is, if an object has energy, then only it can perform work. So the next formula for power can be, instead of work, I could write energy here. So power is also rate of change of energy. That is, energy divided by time also gives you power. Then its third formula, C, if we are given power in the question and you are given time, and you would be asked, let's suppose you have a device, a household device, an electrical device whose power you have been provided. Let's suppose it is of 1000 watt or 500 watts, and you are provided the time. That is, it is being operated 5 hours in a day. So you would be asked to find what is its energy. How much energy does the device whose power is 500 watt and it is operated for a time of 5 hours, then what would be the energy consumed by the device? So to find the energy here, either you could be asked to find the energy or you could be asked what is the work. So work or energy of the device would what be simply, I'll multiply this time to the left hand side. So I would get power multiplied by time. And remember, this is very important relation because you will be using this relation many times in numericals. Okay? So if you are required to find the energy, either you would require to find the energy or it would be asked that what is the work done. But we know that work and energy are equivalent parameters, so the formula remains the same. That is, energy or work is equal to the product of power and time. Now you can have one more formula for power, and the formula is C. Power is what? Basically power is rate of doing work, which is work by time, work divided by time. So power is, we know, work upon time. For work, what can I write? Work is force into displacement. Force into displacement divided by time taken. And you know here, this displacement upon time. Displacement upon time is what? Displacement upon time gives you the value of velocity. Okay, velocity is displacement covered per unit time taken. So displacement upon time is velocity. So you get the formula force into velocity. So this again gives you a new formula of power, and this is also many times used in the question. That is, you would have to find the power of any device and you would be given the value of force and velocity. So the students get confused that power is work upon time. Okay, and they can think that power is energy upon time. But why then we are given with velocity? How to find time here and everything? So it is a direct question. You do not have to engage much of your brain to solve the question, because now you have a formula in front of you. Power is also equals to force into velocity. That is product of force and velocity. So these are some of the important formulas related to power, and these 4 formulas are much sufficient. Now you can solve any kind of numericals which you are provided with. Okay? So I told you most of the numericals come from this formula, or you can get a direct numerical. But you are very likely, frequently in examination it is asked that find the work done of certain device, and you are given the power and time. So how to find the energy consumed by the device or work done? You have to just multiply the given power and given time. So this gives you the total complete formulas for power. Now as I told you, we'll be studying some other units of power. So one unit which I told you, that is the SI unit of power, is what? SI unit is watt. So watt is the SI unit of power, and this watt is equals to what? Okay, I am saying the SI unit watt of power is equal to what? This is my question. So watt means joule per second. 1 joule per second is equals to 1 watt. Okay, so this becomes the answer. It is not a tongue twister, so I have written the question that watt is equal to what? So 1 watt is equal to 1 joule per second. We recently discussed. See, power is work upon time. It means W by T. The unit for work is joule. The SI unit for time is second. So we get the unit joule per second, which is denoted by the term watt. W-A-T-T. So you have one unit, that is 1 joule per second is 1 watt. Then you have one more unit which is commonly called horsepower. Okay. This unit is basically used for measuring the power of instruments used in factories and industries which have a great power. So horsepower, 1 horsepower is equals to 746 watt. Sometimes in the numericals it is given that whenever you find the answer, now convert this answer to the units horsepower, which is HP. So remember that 1 horsepower is equals to how many watts? 746 watt. So this was your first formula or first unit. This is one next unit, 1 horsepower. Now you can have one more unit, and this is kilowatt. So here kilowatt is denoted by kW. So 1 kilowatt would be equals to how many watt? 1000 watt. Okay, so this gives you a third unit. Whenever you are given the power in kilowatt, so to convert this kilowatt into watts, you have to multiply by 1000. But if you are given the answer in watts and you are required to convert it into kilowatts, then you have to divide the numerical value with 1000. So this is the conversion for kilowatt and watt. Then the next kind of unit is, see, now a commercial unit, this kind of unit which I am talking about is 1 kilowatt hour. Okay, it stands for the term kilowatt hour. And this unit is also known as the commercial unit of power. Because in industries and factories, large machinery is being used, and those machineries consume a maximum power or very high amount of power. So for that we cannot use such units like watt because it is very small. So we use a commercial unit of power which is designated as kilowatt hour. And now you have to find the relation between 1 kilowatt hour and joule. That is, a question comes in exam, 1 kilowatt hour is equals to how many joule. So this relation is also very important. We'll be doing it. But before this kilowatt hour, it is known by two names. It is known as commercial unit of power, and this is also named as units. Okay? That is, if you have frequently heard that whenever we talk about the consumption of electricity in our homes or in our shops, then what we say is, in this month we have consumed many units of energy, or we compare the things that in winters our electricity bill comes somewhat less because less units are being consumed. So this unit is what? This unit which you talk in general language for power consumption. So this, when we are talking about units, that how many units are being consumed in our homes or anywhere, then actually we are referring to what? Kilowatt hour. That is, in 1 hour, how much kilowatts of power have we consumed? And this in general language, we call it to be units. So commercial unit of power is what? Commercial unit of power is kilowatt hour, and this kilowatt hour we say as units in our general language. So now we will be dealing with the relation that 1 kilowatt hour is equals to how many joules? So see, now this is a very important relation between the commercial unit of energy, that is kilowatt hour, and joule. So we'll be writing that 1 kilowatt hour is equals to what? So 1 kilowatt hour can be written as 1000 watt multiplied by 1 hour. Okay? So 1 kilowatt hour means, I have expanded, kilowatt means 1000 watt and 1 hour. Now this is what is the SI unit of power, so we will not be changing it further. We will be keeping this 1000 watt as it is, and we know that SI unit of time is not hour, it is second. So we need to convert this hour into second. So you know 1 hour has how many minutes? If we convert the hour into second, then we can say 1 hour as 60 minutes, and in 1 minute we have 60 seconds. So now what I need to do is, I need to convert this hour into seconds. So firstly I will be converting hour into minutes, so 1 hour has 60 minutes. So 1 hour would be equals to 60 minutes, and each minute contains 60 seconds. That means 60 minutes will contain if 1 minute has 60 seconds. Then I am asking 60 minutes will have how many seconds? So to find this, you will multiply 60 multiplied by 60. So we will be getting the final answer that 1 hour is equal to 60 into 60 seconds, which means on calculation we get 3600 seconds are present in 1 hour. I hope this calculation is clear. That is the conversion of hours to seconds. Okay, it is simple conversion. So instead of 1 hour, what I'll be writing here is 1 hour is equals to 3600 second. And you know watt into second. Now what we are getting, if I multiply these numerical quantities, then I would be getting 36, and then how many? Okay, after solving this, see, I'll tell you the complete solution. When you multiply 3600 with 1000, you get 36, and how many zeros? 3 here, 2 here. So we get 5 zeros here, and this is watt second. Watt and second are also getting multiplied, so the final unit comes watt second. And when I convert it in exponential form, so this would be 36 into 10 raised to the power 5 watt into second. And now if I apply the decimal point, that is to convert this into further standard notation, so I would be getting 3.6 10 raised to the power 6 watt second. Watt into second. And this watt into second is what? See, we had the relation that power is equal to work upon time. So the unit of power was watt. So I am writing the unit. Watt is equal to SI unit of work is joule, SI unit of time is second. So I am getting the relation watt is equal to joule per second. And if I shift second to this side, then I would be getting watt multiplied by second is equal to what? Is equals to joule. So here I can say that watt multiplied by second is equal to joule. So the final answer would be 3.6 into 10 raised to the power 6. Instead of watt per watt second, I would be writing joule here. So this gives you a relation between 1 kilowatt hour, which is the commercial unit of energy, and joules. So 1 kilowatt hour is equal to 3.6 into 10 raised to the power 6 joules. I hope this conversion is clear, because this relation is very important and it is asked in examinations too. You could get a short question that 1 kilowatt hour is equal to how many joules. You have to derive or you have to solve it and show. So I hope all the conversion is clear. It is even given in your books in steps, but I hope you understood how we converted, why I got the value of 3600 here, and how we got this standard form, and why we are writing joules here, because watt into second gives you the unit joules. So this is again a very important relation between kilowatt hour. Kilowatt hour, as I told you, is the commercial unit. Okay, it is often regarded as units in local general language. So now we'll be moving to some of the questions I think we have discussed. Okay, you can re-revise the formulas, they are very important. Therefore I told you, and the unit also, that is 1 horsepower is equal to 746 watts. This is even much of much importance. Now see, there are some questions which are given in your books. So we'll be doing that questions. Okay. See. So now we have done many of the questions from this, and now we'll be doing questions related to power. So in this, I hope, yes, this 9th question is related to power here. So you can read the question. A certain household has consumed 250 units of energy. See here, units are written. Units, I already told you, unit mean what? Kilowatt hour. So 250 units of energy, and here energy is written. During a month, how much energy is this in joules? So you are given 250 units of energy during 1 month, and you have to convert it into joules. So I hope this is very easy question. I hope you will be able to do it on yours. That is answer 9th. See, you are given that a household consume 250 units of energy in 1 month. And now you are asked that give the answer in joules. So I already told you that units means kilowatt hour. We already discussed that this kilowatt hour is known as the commercial unit, and we also refer this unit to be units. How many units are given? 250. And now you have to convert. That means you are being given 250 kilowatt hours and you are required to convert this into joules. So what is the relation? You just have to use the relation. 1 kilowatt hour is equal to 3.6 into 10 raised to the power 6 joule. Now you have been provided with 250 kilowatt hours. So 250 kilowatt hours would be 250 multiplied by 3.6 into 10 raised to the power 6, and you will be getting the answer in joules. I hope this is clear. Now let's see, do we have any other question of exercises related to power? In the 12th question, this is also a question of energy. Then what are the various energy transformations, law of conservation? I think every question we have discussed here, okay? Let me check once. The potential energy, what are the various, when you move it, where is the energy spent? This is again, what is the work done by gravity? Okay. So I hope there is no question related to power here. Now we'll be seeing, you can see and check the next page on which the exercises are being given, so that if any question relevant to power is there, we can solve it, and then you'll understand the concept pretty much well. Okay. So see, I see question number 20 here, and this question number 20 is again related to power. So it is given, find the energy in kilowatt hour consumed in 10 hours by 4 devices of power 500 watt each. Okay. This would definitely clear all your doubts if you have any. So we are solving question number 20 now. It is given you have to find the energy in kilowatt hour. So energy in kilowatt hour basically means what? You have to find power. So it is given that you have to find the energy, and in which unit you have to find energy in kilowatts hour. Then it is written the time is 10 hours. So the required time is given 10 hours. And then you are given by 4 devices of power 500 watt each. So total number of devices which we have with us is 4. And the power of each device is what? Power of each device is 500 watts. So now you have to find the energy. I already told you, if you see, recently we discussed many formulas, and I told you there is a formula that is to find energy of work. It is power multiplied by time taken. And this power energy you can easily find from that formula, okay? So here we will be using the formula that energy is equal to product of power and time, that is power multiplied by time. Now see, the answer of energy we are required to find in the unit kilowatt hour. That means to find energy in kilowatt hour, I need to take time in hours and I need to take power in kilowatt. Because when I will take power in kilowatt and time in hours, then I would be getting the answer in kilowatt multiplied by hours. So to find the energy would be power, it is given. Okay, now we are finding energy of one device. First we will be finding energy of one device, and then we will be multiplying the total answer by 4, because you have 4 devices and each device has the same power, that is each device has the power of 500 watts. So here what we are doing, we are finding the energy of one device. So energy of one device, power of one device is 500 watts. So to convert, I already told you, to convert watt into kilowatt, what you do is you divide the term by 1000, because 1 kilowatt has 1000 watts. So you have to divide this 500 watts by 1000 to get the answer in kilowatt. So what we will get? 1 by 2. 1 by 2 is 0.5 kilowatts. So here power which I would take is 0.5 kilowatts, and the time is given in hours, so you no need to convert it in any sort of units. So you would be getting 5 kilowatt, 0.5 into 10 is 5 kilowatt hour. So power of one device is 5 kilowatt hour, and you are asked that you have to find the energy of all the devices. So energy of, not power, energy of one device is 5 kilowatt hour, and then the energy of one device, it came out to be 5 kilowatts hour. So the energy of 4 devices would be what? You just have to multiply 5 kilowatt hour multiplied by 4, so you would be getting total energy to be 20 kilowatt hours. So this is the final answer. This is the value of energy which is consumed by all the 4 devices which have power of 500 watts, and they are being operated for 10 hours. So 20 kilowatt hour energy would be consumed. Now let's see if we find any other question which is related to power. So yes, there is one question, question number 14th here. It is related to power again. So let's see if we can solve it out. An electric heater is rated 1500 watts. See, you also no need to read the question. By seeing the units also, you can say that which quantity is being given in the question. In here we have a quantity which is 1500 watts, and you know the unit watt belongs to which quantity? The unit watt belongs to power. So this 1500 is actually the power of the device, and the device here is heater. So this shows you the power rating of heater. Then it is written how much energy does it use in 10 hours. So the question is again same. You have to find the energy. Okay, I hope you will be able to do this. Let's pause this here and you attempt the question. Then I will be telling you the solution, of course. Okay, so the power here given is 1500 watt. Time is 10 hours and you have to find the energy. So now we are doing the answer to this question. So for solving the question, you have the given power of heater. The power of heater is given 1500 watt, and the time required is, or the given time is 10 hours, and you are required to find the energy. Energy, I told you the formula, energy is power multiplied by time taken. So power is here 1500 watt. It is not written, but generally if we find the answer of energy in kilowatt hour. So similarly we have to convert this quantity which is given in watt into kilowatt. And for the solution, I can write it down here itself. We know 1 kilowatt hour is equals to, or 1 kilowatt is equal to 1000 watt. Then I can say that 1 watt would be equals to 1 divided by 1000 kilowatt. And now how many watts you are given? You are given 1500 watts. So 1500 would be equals to 1500 multiplied by 1 upon 1000 kilowatt. Okay, you can use this relation. So now we will be solving it out. So by solving, the zeros get cancelled, then you get 15 upon 10 kilowatt, and this 15 upon 10 is equals to what? You can get this to be 1.5 directly, 1.5 kilowatt. Or you can cancel it out, then you will be getting 3 by 2, and 3 by 2 is 1.5. So we got the power in kilowatt. So power here, we converted the given power which was in watts to kilowatts, and we got 1.5 kilowatts. Now we will be solving the question, that is energy is power multiplied by time. You have to put power in kilowatts, which is 1.5, and the time here is 10 hours. This is in kilowatt. So you will be getting 15, 1.5 multiplied by 10 gives you 15, and the unit would be kilowatt hour. So this would be the answer to find the energy. Energy is equal to 15 kilowatt hour. So you see how simple the questions or the numericals are there related to power, and power is itself a very short concept. So now we have completed with all sorts of question numericals of this chapter, and now we have completed all the topics also related to this chapter. So from next onwards, we'll be starting a new chapter. If you have any sort of doubts or queries, you can contact us. Thank you for joining today's class. Thank you.